Hello, this is Bill Clodsey. Welcome to round one of an Oath of the Gatewatch draft where we're playing a blue-red surge deck and our opponent's mulliganing like crazy, which is a good sign. Our deck kind of takes its time to win, so it is possible for an opponent to recover, but it's always good to be cards ahead. Aggressive start too, so maybe we lose before anything exciting happens. We're going to take at least 4 off of this guy, I would guess. And there might be another creature coming down here. No, so we could have played out Skyline Cascade there, but I'd rather just develop our mana. And I'm sure we'll get a chance to tap it down in the near future. Oh boy. So at least Rolling Waters will get some upside from bouncing that. But what else can we do? Well, let's first keep it tapped and then draw some cards. It seems about right. Back up to 7 here. Alright, War Cleric. Now we're up to 6. Interesting. So we could play one big creature and risk it getting destroyed, or try playing the Entangler and the Blinding Drone, and that doesn't make for incredible blocks. Yeah, I kind of like just playing the big creature. Once it's likely that we scry on upkeep, I'll put a stop there. With Seer's Lantern, there comes a point where you don't have many cards left in your hand and a ton of mana. Then you switch over to scrying on upkeep. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Still, not too bad, and I assumed since our opponent kind of stumbled on mana, they wouldn't necessarily have the perfect draw, but what can you do? On the other hand, if you're far ahead, you should play expecting your opponent to have a perfect draw, because that's the only way you would lose. So play as if, you know, the only way you lose is if you get greedy, sort of. Yeah, so might as well give ourselves some breathing room by bouncing a couple creatures, taking a 1/1 counter off, and then we can reassess. So I don't really want to cast the Devastator this turn because last time that didn't work so well for us when we cast our huge Eldrazi. So what I will do is cast as many creatures as possible, which it looks like it's going to be 4. Let's just play 4 creatures. Alright, attack through that. And then we can start, you know, attacking or tapping things down or blocking or whatever. So what could this possibly be? I don't know, but I'll do this block, and if there's tandem tactics or something, then make a stand. Yeah, that's not too bad. We traded 2 for 1 there, but, you know, our opponent mulliganed and stuff anyway, so... Alright. Now I feel comfortable casting this, because at most our opponent gets in like 2 damage this turn, and we can start attacking with the free runner. If they, you know, worst case, they have another Isolation Zone or Oblivion Strike. Ooh, Gideon's Reproach. Well, yes. So it's unlikely our opponent attacks. I will let them attack if they want. So, and then tap down the War Cleric. So if it wants to gain life, it has to tap down 2 creatures. Yes. Slip Through Space, that's a nice one. I'll begin with that on the Devastator. And now we can start putting a stop on the upkeep. I didn't really want this island. Black mana, so I'll keep it in hand just in case we're forced to discard. Right. So the Devastator does race this pretty well. 3 hits. So in our opponent's upkeep we can grip, and then we can tap down another creature. So what shall we grip? Probably the War Cleric again. Oh, upkeep. I meant combat. We could even negate and Seer's Lantern this turn. Yeah, I guess I could have tapped that. That's fine though. Then we would have taken 2. No, it was correct to let our opponent attack here. Okay, so we are all the way down to 9. But hopefully our opponent goes a bit lower than that. Oh, we can't tap that, because then we can't scry. That's okay, I don't need to tap anything. Oh, Seer's Lantern. So difficult. Yeah, that's fine to put on top, just cantrips. Upkeep? No. Just draw it. Just try to naturally get what we need. I think it's still correct to attack here. We still have a sort of 1-turn clock. And then we can also Tightening Coils the, I guess, the Envoy, because this attacking in the air means we're safe on the ground. I should have played a land, but that's okay. Doubt it will come down to that. So if our opponent wants to get 1 in the air and then block maybe 3 damage, I'd be fine with all that. Yeah, the more they attack with, the less they have back to block. So they're still dead on board here. I will tap the Colostria Healer instead of scrying, and then scry on upkeep. Or possibly not even scry on upkeep. Yeah, I'll just do this. Because we do need the colorless, we're kind of constrained for colorless mana. Yeah, well that wasn't great, but let's try to win here. There's only 1 toughness, this is 8 power trample. So I wonder what's going to happen. Damage? Gain life? Tandem Tactics? Tandem Tactics is a nice one, especially in a deck like this. Prevent all combat damage? Yeah, so we'll just negate that and profit. Cool, I mean, you see 4, 5 non-creature spells. Negate is going to be excellent here. You know, for mulliganing down to 5, they did pretty well. Quarrelhelm Guide, Zada's Commando. So what kind of creatures match up well against this nonsense? Probably Zada's Commando. Gate Blinding Drone. Slip through spaces and never bad. What else? Valakut Predator might be worse than Zada's Commando. Probably Cinder Hellion's just worse, though. Yeah, I'll go this direction. I could consider bringing in just that single forest to make Radiant Flames bigger, but we do have our Crumbling Vestige already to produce the 3rd color, and 2 should be enough. Alright, don't need the upkeep stop quite yet. Yeah, so maybe we'll see how good Radiant Flames is this game. As long as shoulders aren't together. I will counter a shoulder to shoulder. Whoa. Sorry, you don't have an ally there, I'm afraid. I'll also run out Radiant Flames if we have a good opportunity. Ah, we don't. Ugh. I need that 3rd thing. Okay, well, I guess I'll just Grip of the Royal in upkeep over here. Now, that does leave me open to shoulder, but yeah, not too afraid of that. Come on, play something with 2 toughness. Perfect. Still, I'm not so afraid of that. Like, maybe it's right to do, but we have Valakut Invoker, which survives the Radiant Flames anyway. Alright, and if Shoulder to Shoulder puts a counter on the Envoy to attack past the Invoker, then that's okay too, because Radiant Flame still gets it. Oh, coming in, huh? Well, let's see what we got. I do like blocking here just because if there is a trick, yeah, I mean, that would have gotten us anyway. We do take 2 less damage. Alright, time to 2 for 1. If we can draw a land, that'd be the best. Then we can do 2 things in 1 turn. But as it is, we'll just run this out here. Prevent 4 damage next turn. And this is why you play 18 lands in this deck, because you just really do want to play land every turn. Okay, got 1. Blinding Drone. And I could play Valakut Predator, but let's see. I like comparative analysis a little bit more. The Predator doesn't block anything anyway. We're going to try to win the late game, and this sets us up for our land drops next turn. In fact, if we draw the right card, we could be surging out the Tyrant of Valakut. The slip through space does it. Nice. Well, sure. So what do we want to kill? I do think that's the right play here, because then we can block everything in the air. Slip through space, might as well do it on our opponent's creature. We still get to draw a card. And I'll shoot down the Sky Climber. Just represents the biggest threat this game. I don't mind attacking with Blinding Drone here. I mean, the card that kills Blinding Drone also kills Tyrant, and if you want to kill Blinding Drone instead of the Tyrant, then be my guest. Alright, so opponent is coming in with all this nonsense. I will take it. I'll take it once, because if they're attacking with that, it means they have the answer to Tyrant. But Negate is going to be good to hold up. No! Card is so good. We even cut one and we have to pass another. Alright, alright. Well, if we survive another turn here, we can start getting dragons. So we're kind of doing it. This way we get to play Predator, tap down a flyer, and also hold up Negate. Sometimes you just have to draw well to beat an opponent who's drawing well. Alright, no attacks from that guy. Alright, 9 more turns of this, except not, because we're going to have dragons on defense. Yes, always yield. And we have a dragon. Who said this game was hard? Yeah, I don't want to attack with the Outcast. I mean, we do have Negate, but if it kills an attacking creature, and he also has something that kills an untapped creature, then we can only really counter one of those. So yeah, that's fine. We don't need that guy to win. So let's just do this. I could have left up Wastes mana, Wastes in blue. Strictly that's better, but I don't anticipate an attack anyway. And I wouldn't have tapped down a creature there, yeah, so I should have done it end of turn, but this is fine. Okay. Now if I get a couple more mana, I can start playing Eldrazi Devastators and the like. Alright, Encircling Fissure? It's not that good here. I guess it's okay. So that means our opponent can block the Pathfinder and kill it, unless I tap down or make the Cliffhaven Vampire unable to block it. I like doing that over negating it. So let's do that. Let's say Makindi Aeronaut cannot block. It didn't really matter which. I guess I'm not killing a creature anyway. But yeah, I like saving negate for something that will actually beat me. Okay. Let's get some more dragons in here. Now this might actually beat me, so maybe we should have tried to get that damage in. Although we do have a lot of dragons. Okay, so now we have enough to play Devastator and also attack for a large amount. So let's do that. Let's just attack for a large amount. And I don't really care what blocks the Pathfinder. If it's an ally, I get to kill it. If it's just a land, that's fine too. And let's play... Let's do it right this turn and leave up colorless. So we've got potentially a bunch of damage in the air. 0 cards in opponent's hand. How do we lose this game? I don't think it's possible to lose, but I also don't want to not leave negate up. Ally Encampment doesn't do it. Yeah, this game's over. In fact, if they didn't play that out first main, I wouldn't have known what to tap. So yeah, I'll probably just tap something and then they return it and replay it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so see you guys for match 2.